In the 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6, Paul says, I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the growth. Since October 2021, our United Church has renewed our bold identity by calling us all to deep spirituality, bold discipleship, and daring justice. Suppose I compare this renewed call to a tree. In that case, deep spirituality is the root, bold discipleship the branches, and daring justice the fruit. The root is invisible, for it is underground, and it should remain that way all the time. Modern biblical scholarship, however, has stuck hard to find the root of Christianity, particularly the historical Jesus for the past 200 years. Yes, we learn a lot from them, but they made one critical mistake. They forgot to cover the root with soil and water it when they left. Once the root is exposed, it dries out and dies. So does our spirituality. And that is one of the biggest challenges in the so-called progressive churches, including our United. Another challenge we confront is that we live in the era of AI, artificial intelligence, and Trump 2.0, and in a society where materialism is dominant and human conscience is collapsing. The world needs the church, which keeps playing the role of the light and salt. The world demands that God's children speak out with prophetic voices and act justly for peace on earth, particularly peace in the Middle East and Ukraine. To revive the root, to revitalize the church, the way of reading the Bible needs to be changed. It should no longer be read as literal, historical, and factual events, but as signs, symbols, metaphors, and allegories. I aim to lead our church into deeper spirituality over the next 3 years by rereading the Bible through an allegorical lens. For the Bible is the primary source of our spiritual reconnection with God, and it is like a treasure box where treasures are hidden, codified, and sealed. The allegorical approach is one of the best tools for opening the box, and it does not harm the root, but reveals the perennial truths of Christ that also dwells in you and in me. It is the best menu for those who seek solid food for their spiritual maturity. And it will make the Bible again. If the root is alive, the tree of our church may continue bearing good fruit for another 100 years through a bold discipleship in Jesus Christ. The founders of the three churches planted the tree of the United Church of Canada 100 years ago. All we can do is keep watering it, trusting that God will give it the growth. Amen and amen.